Alright guys, we're gonna get this right once, maybe not. So not only have I been casting 5 rounds without you being able to see it, now I've been talking for a minute and a half without you being able to hear it. But we are back. We have decided to pick up another game in round 4, as the game against Triple Double versus Zorn Gaming went very quickly. So we have this game here, which is against LuX Gamers. And they're up against Exempt Esport, who actually has 5 quick rounds on T side so far. We're having some technical difficulties with some of the players right now. One of the players on Exempt Esport had a screen issue, and now one of the players on LuX Gamers has actually dropped from the server. But actually comes back in right now. So let me take this time real quick to explain to you what's going on with the raffle, guys. If you're here right now in the stream, throughout the entirety of the day, you can type !raffle to enter into the giveaway if you're watching the stream. But you need to make sure that you come back here and watch the finals, which start at 2:10. It is a best of 3 on Overpass, Mirage, and Cast that starts at 2:10. And at the end of the finals, when a winner is declared, when prize money is given out, we will be doing the Twitch raffles. Make sure that you're here when those happen, because if you are in the raffle but you don't come back for the finals, if you don't watch the finals, you won't be able to win any of the awesome giveaways that we have. And as you can see, we're rolling through them right now. We have the NZXT H440 case designed by Razer, the Razer Mambas, Razer Goliaths. We have some really cool giveaways to give to you guys today. So make sure that you're here for the finals. Make sure that you watch the finals. Make sure that you're here when a winner is finally declared. And then you'll have the opportunity to win some of these awesome giveaways. And you can also visit nzxt.com/csgo to see some other cool drawings that we're doing over there. I believe that we actually have an awesome bayonet tiger tooth that we're giving away over there, and we're giving away some more cool gear as well from our sponsors. So. And it looks as if we're going to go live, so a perfect start up here. And finally, we're starting to figure some things out here. So, we will go live here, and it will be the 6th round between LuX Gamers and Exempt Esports. And this is a pretty important round, as in the last game we saw, wow, Kevzy coming out quick at mid and getting the drop shot onto Mr. Moot. Oh my god, I didn't even see that coming. Mr. Moot, R.I.P., my friend. This is kind of an important round for the CT, as usually this map is considerably, not considerably, but usually it's CT sided for most teams, and so usually you see an 8-7 or a 9-6 scoreline for the CTs. But as I say that, it looks like the T's are just overrunning LuX Gamers again, but actually LuX Gamers is actually going to be able to pull it back to a 3v3 situation, which kind of slows Exempt Esport down. And actually, Dr. Love has that AWP in hand, as well does Dio. So, it is going to be an interesting battle here, as Exempt Esport is favoring this A site, which is it's not the site to favor, but there is only one player that they have to deal with if they go quick, and if they go right now. And they actually have Dio in a good position, boosted up mid, but it seems as if maybe Pat knows that he's boosted up there, as he dropped that nade close by to Dio. It's just going to be a matter of time before Exempt Esport finally decide to execute out here. And actually, on that note, they're probably going to go Dio gets the shot onto Pat. And it's going to be Vulture who has to get some kills here. It's going to be Exus who picks up Vulture. So it is going to give them the opening to plant the bomb. And it's going to be all left up to Dr. Love and his AWP. This would be a big clutch round for LuX Gamers and a big clutch round for Dr. Love. But does he know that they're both stacked here at quad? Dio and Excess is boosted on top of each other to look over here at this quad position. He doesn't spot out the head. And actually, Dio's going to drop down, and they're going to know exactly where Dr. Love is, but Dr. Love has no idea that they're both here. He's able to pick up one, and actually, Dr. Love gets both of them, so it, like I said, a very huge clutch round here. Picks up the kid, and is going to have plenty enough time to get the defuse in. The first round is going to go in favor of LuX Gamers. The 6th round overall, it is going to be 5-1 in favor of Exempt Esport, but a huge round for Dr. Love. And for the amount of knowledge that the Exempt Esports player... Dio and Excess knew exactly where Dr. Love was, knew that Dr. Love had no idea where they were, and Dr. Love was still somehow able to backstab them and get both of them. So a huge round for LuX Gamers, but let's see if that is a momentum builder into this round, as Exempt Esport can actually still buy up in this round. So there's going to be fire change. Dr. Love is going to come out on the bottom of that, as he only has 24 HP now. But wow, what a nice clutch by Dr. Love to give the first round to LuX Gamers. And as it stands right now, it looks like Exempt Esport is actually favoring the bomb side a little bit. They have 3 players, one of those players being the bomb towards the B site, with only 2 players lingering around in mid. That nade's going to do a heck of a lot of damage. It drops one player down to 68, one to 64, so a good nade by Pat here, but it's going to be Exempt who just comes out wide peaks and is able to get Pat. Kevzy's able to get Dr. Love, and Smadish is able to get Mr. Moot, so a very, very good round here for Exempt Esport to bring it back. And seemingly flawless so far. A lot of their players very, very hit up, so the AWP on Nexus is probably not the best weapon to have in this situation. And it actually seems that on that note, they're just going to back off, and they are going to save these 2 weapons that they have. They have this AWP and this M4, and it looks as if without these weapons, they're not going to be able to buy up in the next round. So maybe having these weapons will give them the opportunity to make something of this of the 8th round. And actually, Kevzy's going to be looking right at it, but Nexus is actually able to get the drop shot. It's going to be Vulture. Is he going to be able to pick up 2 of them? Yes, he's going to be able to pick up both of them. So actually some very, very good damage done in the end to Exempt Esport. But the thing that you do have to note is that Dr. Love, or actually Pat, should I say, lost the AWP. So the AWP goes for broke, but Vulture is able to pick up 2 kills, which does some economic damage to Exempt Esport. But at this point, you're kind of questioning whether or not the economic damage of losing a couple players in a round actually does any damage, because they're still able to buy up, as they've won so many rounds so far this half. It's going to be Smadish who actually gets the drop onto Dr. Love, as Dr. Love was stuck in that awkward position between Squeaky and peeking that A main. So that gives them an opening towards the A site. I don't think that they know how big their opening is, actually. The A site is actually completely clear, and it's going to be Smadish who soon finds out. And it's going to be D who gets this plan out for A main and Squeaky. And it should be, at this point, it should be just a hold from Exempt Esport and a pretty clean round for them. But actually, we have Pat and Vulture have actually picked up weapons, so they might go ahead and try and save these, and it looks as if they are, as you can see them all backing off on the minimap out into this corner here in Sunroom over here towards B. So all 4 players in here, crossfiring the heck out of it. Let's see if Exempt Esport will walk into it, because it looks like they're hunting. They know now that it is going to be a 4-man save, but let's see if they have enough time to hunt all the way over here. They have the double boost here. Wow, this is definitely a neat one. The double boost here. And unfortunately, nobody's going to walk into this deadly, deadly crossfire. And it looks like another player from Exempt Esport has dropped out. This time it's not Delarusso. And like Dr. Love says, a game of technical pauses. And so we have another dot pause here. And it looks like Kevzy's not going to be that long before he comes back in. So he's already back in. Should cue them to go ahead and put it live again. There it is. So 7-1 for Exempt Esports. Exempt Esport doing very, very well on their T site here on Cash. LuX Gamers ever so desperate to get a round in with their terrible, horrific economy at this point. It's going to be Kevzy boosted mid who picks up Mr. Moot. He's been so good at that so far today. And actually, Walker's able to hear what's going on inside of A main. He's able to pick up Smedish, so it is going to be a actually no, not a terribly decent advantage for any of the teams, as Kevzy was actually able to pick up that one, and now it's going to be Nexus who is actually going to pick up Kevzy, so the advantage goes a little bit into the way of Lux Gamers' hands, but actually Nexus now picking up that rifle, quite a big favor for Lux Gamers. But actually Vulture is going to peek out. I'm not exactly sure why he did that, as he knew that there was noise and that there was movement inside of A main, so he just gives himself up, and now it's going to be a 3-on-3. Delarusso taking the site. Is he going to be able to spot out Nexus? He does, and now the favor that Lux Gamers once had has been demolished and run over by Exempt Esport, and Delarusso picking up another nice headshot onto Pat as Pat gets Dio. So it's all going to be left up to Dr. Love. Dr. Love's done it once. Another 1v2 would be great. Dr. Love is waiting for it. Izix is going to give it to her. Or him. Dr. Love. That's actually going to be excess. That picks up Dr. Love. It could be a girl. But most likely a him. So, unfortunately, Dr. Love is not able to do it this time. So it is going to be 8-1. Another wide score line here, but this time completely opposite from what we saw in the previous match. In the previous match, we saw triple-double going up huge on their CT side, but this time we're seeing Exempt Esport actually just run over Lux Gamers. It's going to be Excessus. How many is he going to be able to get? He actually only gets one, tags up some other ones, and it's going to be Vulture who runs in and grabs this AK. Is he going to be able to do much work with this AK-47, though? That's the question. And as all the players have pushed in through A main, actually, Smidish is able to pick up one. So the players have actually just changed sides. The CT players are coming from T spawn, the T players coming from CT spawn, but the bomb is planted at B. So Delarusso able to pick up one in mid, but Dr. Love and Vulture pushing through A main. I guess they think that they haven't saved much, and actually it's going to be Delarusso who picks up the final two. So yeah, a nice 3K there by Delarusso. Smidish picking up one. Excessus picking up another one, and very, very good play here for Exempt Esport. It's very, very critical that Lux Gamers starts to bring rounds together, because at this rate, if they win a round and then lose a round, their economy will just be completely, I don't know, the economy will just be absolutely awful. And it looks as if they've actually gone for a dot pause for some reason as well again. So, dot pause versus dot pause here. Kevzy, that boost in mid, he's been so good at that before, but Mr. Mood is actually going to be able to get the kill on him this time. Delarusso comes out through this smoke. They do the cross smokes here at mid. Dr. Love is actually going to tag up Dio. Going to be able to pick up the kill on Excess, so Dr. Love in an alright position, but isn't able to fall back quick enough, so it's going to be Smidish who picks him up. It's going to be a 3-on-3 situation. The Exempt Esport players, actually 2 out of the 3 players really, really hit up, so the advantage is seemingly in the CT side, but Exempt Esports does have this bomb site. They do seemingly have it right now on lockdown. Until this fire comes in, it's going to pull Smidish out up to the front of the site, so Lux Gamers in a good position to take this one away from Exempt Esport, but Delarusso is going to backstab Vulture. Dio's going to get Pat, so it's all down to Nexit, dude. If Nexit can do this, it would be another great clutch, but Nexit, oh, Nexit, his ping, no Nexit ping. Unfortunately, I don't even know if it's going to drop low enough to where he can pull off this bomb site. Let's see. Nah, he's good. He saves the weapon, but unfortunately, he's not able to go for that clutch, which having a molly, or I'm sorry, an incendiary, and both players being hit up to below 30 HP, it was possible that he was able to do it, but unfortunately, the ping prevents him from clutching the round. Smidish saying that he can fix some tech errors. He's just going to get his sledgehammer real quick, so. And so we see a very, very good performance right now from Exempt Esport. We have Kevzy, who has actually just been insane so far from what I can tell. He's going 15-7, and he's being followed up by Smidish, who's going 12-4. And then some of the other players residing around 6 and 9 kills. And on Lux Gamer's side, it's abysmal. Their best player being Vulture at sitting at 9 and 9 kills as of right now. And then we have 2 players on 3 kills, 1 on 4, 1 on 2. So LuX Gamers, unfortunately, just not being able to put things together. I don't think that the technical difficulties that they've been having so far, some ping issues, some actual technical difficulties that they've been having, haven't really been helping them either. Alright, so the ping has dropped back down to... No, it hasn't. Oh. So they unpaused and then paused. Yeah, the ping the ping did not go down. So I'm assuming that we're waiting on NZXT's ping to go down, and when that happens, we will be ready to start this back up. So NZXT at the 666, not a very good ping to have, but nonetheless, when the ping does go down, we will start this back up, and we will see if LuX Gamers can make anything out of the CT side, and if not, it is going to be another quick match here in round 4. Like I said, guys, remember that this is another round 4 match. Just because of how quick the first match that we casted went, we were actually able to get this one in as well. So after this, we will hop over to round 5, which is delayed at the moment because of some of these games starting a little bit later, and obviously having the dot pauses and stuff isn't helping at all. But we will be back here in just a minute. NZXT has timed out. So just give this a minute, and we will start this back up here when NZXT is ready to go, when Exempt Esports is ready to go, when LuX Gamers are ready to go, and hopefully we can see LuX Gamers. Maybe they can pick up 4 in a row, make this 10-5, make it a little bit more manageable, but still, it is an awkward position to have already lost 10 rounds out of 11 to the T side here on Cash. So, unfortunately, guys, it doesn't seem as if NZXT is going to be able to fix his ping issues and get back here in the server. So, unfortunately, the way that it works is that you have a certain amount of time during your pause, and then if not, the match automatically starts back up. So it looks like LuX Gamers is just going to play a man down for the time being. If NZXT can come back in, he will come back in. But for right now, it is going to be a 5v4. Exempt Esport up 10-1 here in round 4 of the NZXT CSGO Winter Challenge. Like I said earlier, there are 7 rounds, and the top 3 teams from this tournament will be getting prize money. So some very, very cool things going on here with Razer Arena and with this NZXT CSGO Winter Challenge. So the advantage is already in favor of Exempt Esport, but it's not because LuX Gamers lost any players, unfortunately. Mr. Mood is able to come in and get one, as Dr. Love is actually able to get one as well, but it's all going to be left up to Vulture and his P250 to clutch this one out. So we have Dio, Kevzy, and Excess remaining. Vulture's actually going to be able to get one. He will be able to pick up a gun. Let's see if he does anything with it. It looks like he's just going to come through this vent, and Dio is playing him perfectly, actually, so... Soon enough, actually, Dio misses his shot. Soon enough, Vulture will be taken out. And so Excess comes in and he's able to grab Vulture, and it's going to be 11-1 for Exempt Esport. And it seems as if this will close out rather quickly now that it is being a 5v4. Mr. Moot with that stat track, Karambit Marble Fade. What a knife. But the knife won't help him here in this 5v4 situation. And actually, as I say that, NZXT comes back in. So let's see if, let's see what his ping is. His ping is still, it will drop, it will drop. Mr. Moot's able to pick up one. Is he going to spot out Delarus? Oh, actually, they have a really, really good crossfire here at mid, so Pat is able to pick up one, and Delarusso is going to only get one. So it is going to be a 3v2 situation here. And actually, a fairly good situation for LuX Gamers, for it being a 5v4. Vulture is in a very, very good position. As long as this Molly doesn't hit him, actually, it's going to be perfect. So he's going to die to the Molly, unfortunately. And he was in such a good position to deal with it. And actually, some of the guys have changed their names on me here. So, Smedosaurus. Dr. Love is going to pick up Smedosaurus. Pat's going to come in. He's going to be able to get another one as well. So, a very, very good retake there for Pat and Dr. Love. Plenty enough time for the defuse. And finally, the second round in favor of LuX Gamers. The scoreline being 11-2 here. A very unfortunate scoreline for LuX Gamers, being on CT side of Cash, having some problems with NZXT, but it seems as if everything is all right now, so they don't have an excuse now. It is a 5v5 situation. They did win that round. They're going to have plenty enough money to buy up utility and weapons in this round, and so now they can start stringing rounds together. If they can bring this back to 11-4, it might be manageable if they can pull off with the T side. Dio's going to be naded off mid, and it looks as if they're going to slow play this towards A, Exempt Esport, that is. The bomb is in A main, along with 2 players, as one of the players towards Squeaky, and it looks as if we're going to get a boost here at mid. Is he going to be able to spot out Kevzy? He is. Pat gets Kevzy. Is he going to be able to get any more from this boost spot? They're not checking behind, so they could do it. Excess actually getting NZXT at Fork. So a good entry for Exempt Esport. We're going to be Vulture here to hold it off. Excess is going to get another one, so it is going to be a 3v3 situation, and they're going to have the bomb sites. As you can see, Dio running to the bomb site to plant. Delarusso is coming in, and he's going to take out Moots. Delarusso is going to get another one in Pat. Is he going to be able to get the third in Dr. Love? And what a nice shot to get Dr. Love as well. A great round. Delarusso picking up 3 frags, all 3 headshots to give his team the 14th round and bring the score to 12-2 in favor of Exempt Esports. So it's looking like it is going to be another fairly quick match, minus all the technical pauses and whatnot. It is going to be a fairly quick match, as LuX Gamers is put on, yeah, well, they're not put on an equal because they're buying everything that they possibly can, but unfortunately, the only thing that they can buy is seemingly some upgraded pistols. Dio's going to get the shot on a Dr. Love, and that's going to give them complete control of bomb site B, as 4 out of their 5 players One, including the bomb, is going to be on B site. Kevzy's actually able to get one, but then Vulture comes in and trades him out. So it's going to be a 4v2 situation. A now 4v1 situation with Mr. Moot. Only a P250 in hand. It's going to be Smetosaurus who takes him out. So 13-2. A huge, huge half for Exempt Esport. And unfortunately, LuX Gamers only with 2 rounds. So if they want to make a move, they have to do it in this pistol round. LuX Gamers needs to pick up this pistol round if they want to think about coming back in this one. So we will see if LuX Gamers will be able to pull off anything on their T-half. It looks like one of their players has gone for an upgraded pistol and some utility, a smoke and a flash on Dr. Love. The other players have decided to go with just some armor. And it's going to be Mr. Mood who gets the entry onto Kevzy. And it looks as if they were trying to fake the death cam a little bit, not show that everyone was there. And it is going to be an execute towards this B site. The smoke goes out, but they have to get the kills. Mr. Moot fighting Delarusso. Mr. Root fighting Smetosaurus. He's able to get one. Is he going to be able to pick up Delarusso? He doesn't spot out Delarusso. He's going to flick around, and he's just going to be able to get it. So Mr. Moot with 3 kills so far. Is he going to be able to pick up the 4th? He does pick up the 4th. Mr. Moot could get the ace here if he puts himself in the right position. Dio's actually getting 2 nutty shots. One on Dr. Love, one on Pot. If Mr. Moot wants to do this, he has to pick up the ace. He has the HP to do it, and he's going to get it. Mr. Moot, the pistol round pro, picking up all 5 kills to just allow LuX Gamers to just relax and think about buying and think about stringing some rounds together. An incredible round by Mr. Moot to pick up 5 frags on the pistol round and keep his team alive in this tournament. So now they have to start stringing these rounds together. They cannot walk in to a stack or to the headshots of an Exempt Esport pistol this round. And Delarusso is going to be pushing mid. Mr. Moot needs to pick up another kill here. He'll have 6 in 2 rounds if he does it. He hits him up very, very good, but he's not going to be able to finish him just yet. And he is going to get him with the nade, so the nade does it, and Mr. Moot has 6 kills in a matter of 2 rounds here so far in the T-side half. So it's looking good for LuX Gamers. They're in a good position. Pat's going to be able to pick up another one. Is he going to spot the guy that was pushed squeaky? But on that note, it is going to be an execute towards the B site, and they're only going to have to deal with Smetosaurus. Dr. Love gets Smetosaurus, but it is going to be Kevzy who returns the favor onto Vulture. So it is going to be a 4v2 situation. Kevzy and Dio with only some upgraded pistols. Kevzy's going to be taken down, and soon enough, Pat is going to take down Dio. So it is going to be 13-4. LuX Gamers now gaining some momentum. This is exactly what they needed. If they're going to do this, if they want to start the comeback, they have to start stringing rounds together. I'd say they need to get to around 9 rounds before they can lose another one. They have to start stringing a lot of rounds together, or it's just not going to work. So they stick with a light buy here, which is the right call, as Exempt Esport only upgraded some pistols. They don't have armor, so it's probably the right call to stick with the SMGs and not go for the AK so soon. But let's see if they're going to be able to pick up the round as cleanly as they did the previous one. And as you can see, Mr. Moot trading some damage out with some of the guys at mid, and actually it is going to be Dr. Love who engages on Smetosaurus and Kevzy. He's going to be able to pick up both of them, so a very good entry into the B bomb site. As the bomb is coming in, 2 of the players are coming in, and shortly enough, the other 2 players who are residing in mid right now will be coming in as well. Dr. Love going for his ace. He has 3 kills so far, but Mr. Moot's going to grab one in mid, which will stop Dr. Love from getting the ace. And actually, Dr. Love wouldn't have gotten it anyways. Dio is going to be able to pick up Dr. Love. So, a little bit of damage, but, you know, nevertheless, is still on a P250, and it was still a save round, so. And Pat messing around with a pistol here. And so it looks like Dio is just going for some exit frags. He didn't find anybody. He is going to find somebody soon enough, though, as it looks like they're making a counter over there. And actually, he's going to be able to pick up another one. So he gets the MAC-10 off of Mr. Moot. He picks up another kill, which actually, so he ended up doing some good damage. He got what he wanted, which was the MAC-10. Unfortunately, a MAC-10 on a buy round does hardly any good at all. So it is going to be a buy up here. LuX Gamers are sticking with the SMGs. I don't think that this is the right call. The CTs have an AWP and they have 4 silenced M4s, and on LuX they have a Galil and 2 alright SMGs, but 1 really underpowered SMG. So this is going to be a good run if they can do this. They're going to build up a good economy if they can take this. It's going to be Pat and Mr. Moon who take it. Mr. Moon's actually going to be able to pick another one, so they take the B site actually very nicely. And we have Dio and Excesses left on Exempt Esport to try and take this site back. Excesses is going to get 1, but it is going to be Nexit who drops him, and Dio gets another one, but it is going to be a 1v2 situation. We've seen a 1v2 situation go the way of LuX before, but this time will it go in the favor of Exempt? And the answer is no. Dio is actually just going to opt to save his AWP. He's going to pull back to spawn, and he's not going to find anybody as they've decided to exit through B main rather than through CT spawn. So it is going to be 13-6. LuX Gamers getting ever so close to bringing this one back. They're starting to string rounds together just like they need to do, and now they've put Exempt Esport on another eco round. So it's important now. Actually, at this point, you could still say that LuX could stick with the SMGs, but at this rate, they have a whole lot of money, so they can go ahead and buy up. But you can see Dr. Love still on that P90. And so if I'm LuX Gamers right now, I'm just going to take this one slow. You're going to know that Exempt Esport is not on an incredibly credible buy. So, you know, Dio has that AWP. They wouldn't be able to force up much behind Dio. So you can just take your time, play this one slowly. Don't get caught out like he's about to. And Catches is going to get Dr. Love. Will he be able to get any more? He actually dinks Vulture, which is going to allow Smootosaurus to finish him off. So a 4v3 situation actually favoring Exempt Esport, and this is what I was worried about. Unfortunately, they fell into the trap that I was afraid that they would fall into. And Exempt Esport playing their extra man on their CT side over at B. And that's going to allow LuX Gamers to execute over towards A. But as I say that, all 4 players are coming towards this A site for Exempt Esport. And it's going to come down to the battles. Actually, we have Delarusso boosted in Shroud Spot. He's able to pick up 1. He's going to get the second one. Is he going to be able to get the third? He has to reload his pistol. But I think it's going to be Pat who ends up 6 feet under. So 14-6. So after LuX Gamers was able to string together so many rounds on their T side, looking so good, building such a good economy up, Exempt Esport demolishes their hopes on an eco round. But like I said, since they strung together so many rounds, they're actually able to buy up in this one. But it's important that even if they have the economy to buy, they need to start getting the rounds because it's 14-6. If they lose this one, it is going to be match point for Exempt Esport, and that is not what LuX Gamers want after all this time. And so as the clock strikes a minute, it is going to be LuX Gamers moving towards this B bomb site. They have all 5 of their players here. They have the bomb here. It's going to be a matter of a good execute and hitting your shots. And Dr. Love is going to be able to do that. Picks up 1. Is Vulture going to be able to find Smootosaurus through the smoke? Pulls out his knife, pushes through the smoke, and he's able to pick him up. Now do they spot the guy in heaven here? They need to spot the guy in heaven. Delarusso is going to get 1. Delarus is going to be taken out by Mr. Moot, so a good trade out there by Mr. Moot. It is going to be a 4-on-2 situation, but Vulture is really hit up, and Mr. Moot is dropped down to about half HP. Dio is able to get 1. Are they going to try and execute this retake? Dr. Love looking in the right position to get Dio. Is going to be able to pick up the nice headshot. So it is a 3v1 situation. I think on that note, Excess is going to pull off and save his M4. He's naded down to 2 HP, but he still wants to take the battle. Vulture is now going to hear exactly where Excess is coming from. Actually, Excess is able to pick up the kills, so Vulture being low HP really, really helps out Excess there, as he only has 2 HP, so that battle seemingly looked like it was going to go a different way. But Excess is able to save that AWP, which is going to make a buy possible in this round. 2 players were going to be unable to buy. Now he can drop the op, he can drop another weapon around, so it's going to be alright. Exempt Esport is going to try and buy up this one here, but a good round for LuX Gamers, getting that 7th on the board, the 21st round in favor of LuX Gamers. And they're going to need a whole heck of a lot more to pull this back. LuX Gamers playing it moderately slow with 2 players towards B, 1 in Squeaky, 1 watching the A main push, 1 watching mid. So they're playing their tickets right. They're going to flash in here into B main. They're not going to spot anything out, as Smeetosaurus and Kevzy are actually boosted here on site to look into Sunroom. And so it is going to be a slow play by LuX Gamers here, and at some point when the clock reaches a certain number, they will all gather up and they will execute towards one site or another. And it looks as if it's going to be the B site that they execute at 1 minute. Smeetosaurus and Kevzy in the back of the site. How many are they going to be able to pick up? They get 1, but actually Mr. Moot and I'm Pat pick up 2. So the trade's going in the favors of LuX Gamers. The trade's definitely going in the favor of LuX Gamers now, as it's a 4v2 situation. Again, it's Dio and Excesses that are left to try and retake this site. And actually, they could do it. Nexit is only at 28 HP, and Pat on 5 HP. If they play their cards right, they will be able to win this one. Unfortunately, they don't have any damage grenades to work with. Excesses is going to come in. He's going to be able to get 1, but it's going to be Mr. Moot who comes out on top. 3 kills in the round, picking up Dio, picking up Excesses, and locking down that B bomb site for LuX Gamers. So 14-8, LuX Gamers pulling this one back. Pulling this one back. And so the momentum that they needed, they are getting right now, but they have to make sure that they take advantage of it. Mr. Moot is going to throw the extra AWP out of the map. And it is going to be a save round here for Exempt Esports. 5 out of the 5 players picking up P250s. They're stacking B site. One of their players is actually coming through this squeaky push, so let's see if Mr. Moot will pick him off. Mr. Moot not looking in the right direction. Not at all. As Dio is just hiding behind this wall. Actually, it was Kevzy. Kevzy hiding behind the wall, and Squeaky actually is going to be able to dink. He dinks 2 of them, actually. So Mr. Moot is actually able to flick around and get the kill. But Kevzy's actually able to dink 2 of them. And on that note, they think that the A site is clear, and they're actually right. The A site is completely clear, as Exempt Esport has stacked the B site. All 4 players are still on the B site, and actually he's gonna botch a nade into Dr. Love. So a good call for LuX Gamers to take this A site. They need to hold on to these weapons. They can't lose any of these weapons to Exempt Esport. So LuX Gamers pull off into good after plant positions. They're watching all these. Dr. Love is actually going to get taken out. And actually, Smeetosaurus is actually going to get Mr. Moot as well. So this is now doable for Exempt Esport. Smeetosaurus just coming straight out of A main and getting the kill on the next. And it's going to be Delarusso to pick up 2. Oh my gosh, Exempt Esport just came out and absolutely mauled LuX Gamers. LuX Gamers seemingly were in the perfect position to hold that. And then you have Smeetosaurus just absolutely running over the setup that LuX Gamers had there on that post-plant situation. Smeetosaurus picking up 2 with his P250, grabbing the AWP and getting the guy at fork in an incredible fashion. And that is going to put Exempt Esport on the match point. I did not think that that was coming. So it is going to be 15-8. Exempt Esport has the momentum in their favor after that awesome retake. And they are on match point, so if LuX Gamers want to do this, they have to get 7 rounds in a row to even think about going to some overtime. And again, another slow play on the buy round. We have some people watching A main and Squeaky. We have a person watching mid and some people over towards B. It's just going to be a matter of time before they decide where they want to execute. Delarusso in a good position here under the boost spot. Watching this boost spot is actually Mr. Mood is going to boost up Pat. So if Pat plays it passively, he won't be spotted out. But if he plays it wrong, he will be killed by Delarusso. It looks as if it's going to be a B-side take. Dr. Love getting a huge shot onto Kevzy through the wall there. The no-scope headshot through the wall. What a nice shot. Vulture able to pick up one as well. And Pat is going to spot out Delarusso, so a good round here for LuX Gamers. They're in a 5v2 situation. They can't possibly lose it this time. And it actually looks at on that note, Dio and Excess are just going to hold back. They're not going to play overly aggressively. Pat is going to be able to spot out one. Dio's in spawn trying to save that AWP, and he's going to actually spot out a few here in just a couple seconds. The flash goes in. Dio is not blinded. Another flash goes in. No, they don't flash again, but he's going to be spotted out. Dio sees that 3 of them are coming. He's able to get 1. Will he get any more? And no, they try and go for the knife, but it is going to be Mr. Moot who decides just to pull out his AK and finish him off. So 15-9, Exempt Esports leading here. They're on match point, but the momentum is pulled back in favor of LuX Gamers. There is not going to be a buy here on Exempt Esports side, so this is another round that should seemingly go to LuX Gamers, but we've seen them go Exempt Esports ways plenty of times before. It is going to be another slow play. Delarusso peeking into mid, taking some damage, but actually doing some damage to Nexit as well. Dr. Love is actually going to get the shot onto Kevzy, so a nice quick shot by Dr. Love there. Dr. Love's going to flash in, is going to spot out Smeetosaurus. No, Smeetosaurus is just playing behind the wall, so a 5v4 situation. Only one player over here at the B site, so if they decide to go B, it wouldn't be the wrong call. And as some nades go in, it looks like they've actually Exempt Esport has decided to gamble and has put 3 people over here by this B site now. The A site's almost completely open, minus that of Excess. And the flash is going to go in. Smeetosaurus is going to pick up 1, but Vulture is going to return the favor on Smeetosaurus. Another one's going to drop out of Vince, but it's going to be Vulture who picks up Delarusso, and it's going to be Vulture who picks up Dio. So a nice 3K by Vulture to give LuX Gamers the B bomb site. The bomb is going to be planted right here in the back of site for checkers. There's going to be Nexit who gets the final kill onto Excess there. There's going to be 15-10. LuX Gamers trying to bring this one back. But now LuX Gamers has to deal with the buy of Exempt Esports. Dio picking up that AWP. Excess just going to be on a 5-7. The 3 other players on M4 A1Ss. So let's see how they do up against the utility. Another slow play from LuX Gamers. They've been doing this, just playing this default, seeing if they can get any information, and Exempt Esport has actually been doing really, really well at not giving them any information. So, like I usually say, it is going to be a matter of time. When the clock strikes a certain number, they will group back up, they will execute towards a site. And it seems as if this site is going to be towards A. There's 4 players here towards A. Pat is boosting one of the players towards mid, actually. And soon enough, it will be an A take. And it seems as if Exempt Esports knows it. 2 of their players from B side are rotating over towards A. They're leaving only 1 player at B. They have that 1 player in mid who will soon deal with Mr. Moots. But right now, it comes down to hitting the shots. Delarusso's going to hit his. Delarusso picks up 1. Smeetosaurus picks up 1. Pat comes in and trades out 2. Dr. Love comes in and gets another one. So it is going to be the advantage for LuX Gamers. LuX Gamers really wants to bring this one back. But they're going to have to hold this bomb site. They've been bad at doing that so far. Is Dr. Love going to spot out Delarusso here on top of Cat? He is. And Dr. Love is going to be able to pick up his second kill of the round. Kezzy's able to get one. It's now a 1v2 situation. Kezzy gets the shot onto Pat. He's going to stick the defuse. Dr. Love comes out. He misses his shot. It's going to be Kezzy versus Dr. Love here. Kezzy shuts the door. He's going to stick the defuse again. And it is going to be Dr. Love who gets the shot. But the round is a lot closer than what it should have been. The good part about that is that LuX Gamers has pulled together so many rounds that they're able to buy up, even though they ended up losing those two players at the very end of that round. It is 15-11. LuX Gamers wants this so bad, and I seemingly won it for them. It's going to be another save round for Exempt Esport, so this should be a round that easily goes the favor of LuX Gamers' way, as they're only up against a couple upgraded pistols. Mr. Moot quickly in here, getting the drop kill onto excesses. And Dr. Love doesn't wait long enough. Smetosaurus is going to catch him out, but it's going to be Vulture. Smetosaurus almost could have caught out Dr. Love there. Caught Dr. Love with his pants down there with the nade out. But Vulture's there, is able to pick up the kill, and it's going to be a battle between Nexit and Delarusso, and it's going to be a battle between Mr. Moot and Dio, and both of them are going to go the LuX Gamers' way. Kevzy, the only player left for Exempt Esport. He's over at the B site. They know that. They take the bomb to A, and then it's just going to be a battle to find Kevzy. Vulture hears Kevzy misstep there, and it is going to be a very nice round there for LuX Gamers. A very, very clean round, about as clean as it gets. Next, taking some damage, but that's it. And now it is 15-12. LuX Gamers closer and closer with every minute that this match goes on. And so Exempt Esport is going to be able to buy up 5 M41Ss, but they aren't going to have that AWP on Dio, so let's see if that affects their play in this round in any way. And on LuX Gamers' side, they have full utility, they have everything that they need, everything that they've ever wanted. It is going to be a bit of an execute towards the B site. A flash going out, a smoke going out for heaven. And Exempt is going to walk in, or Vulture is going to walk into the bullets of Smetosaurus. Kevzy is going to be able to pick up one. Kevzy picks up the second one. Is Kevzy going to be able to get the third? It's going to be Smetosaurus who gets 3 on the round. Kevzy gets 2. And the dreams of LuX Gamers are just demolished ever so quickly on that B execute. So 16-12 in favor of Exempt Esport here in round 4 of the NZXT CSGO Winter Challenge. Round 5 will be coming up very, very shortly. It is a little bit delayed because of how long this game went with all the tactical pauses, the technical pauses, and whatnot. But we will be back with another match in round 5 of the NZXT CSGO Winter Challenge that will be on train. And before I head out for a few minutes, before the next matches start, I do want to remind you guys that there are some raffles that we're doing today. If you type !raffle, we are giving away some cool things that you can see that are going to pop up right here. We have 2 NZXT H440 cases designed by Razer, 2 Razer Mambas, 2 Razer Goliaths to give away. So we have some awesome giveaways for you guys. You can also check out nzxt.com/csgo. They're actually hosting some more raffles over there. And if you visit over there, there's some cool stuff over there. Thanks to our sponsors, CSGO Shuffle, NZXT, Razer, Kingwin, for putting together these raffles and for putting together this awesome tournament. And like I said, if you guys want to enter into that, all you have to do is type !raffle. And then you have to make sure that you're here at the end of the stream today. The finals start at 2:10. They are a best of 3, so make sure that if you do want to be a part of this raffle, that you come back, you watch the finals, you see who is declared the winner, who gets the $500 prize, and then we'll be doing the awesome stream giveaways for the people who are there then. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you back here soon.